Oh, Rock the Bells.
Rock the Bells.
Did you watch any of it?
Yes, actually.
I watched 2 full sets so far. And you know who they were. Can you guess what 2 rappers full sets I've watched already? Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. I'll watch the rest.
Let's see how Big Shook knows.
Nah, I'm not, because I can't. No, one was Little Kim.
No. Wasn't trying to watch E.T. I was trying to watch a fucking concert.
Oh, it's sensitivity. Wow. Mr. DL. That's what it's going to be.
No, I can't. I can't.
Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen those.
Come on, you should have known Busta Rhymes.
I was going to say L just because it was his show.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch his too. I heard he rapped for 2 hours, but I
mean, the most beautiful thing to me, because I think it took place in was it Brooklyn?
Queens, City Field.
Queens, right? Okay. So it was in Queens. But man, the number of people that were there, it's always so dope to me because, it was so many different musics and artists, Jadakiss, Havoc, and Scratch, and Cube, and who else was on there?
LL, Busta Rhymes, Diggable Planet, Noriega.
It was
good time.
It was some joints,
Lil
man.
Kim.
And just seeing Lil Kim too, man. All the peoples, man. It was beautiful because it just showed that hip hop like that is still moving. You know what I mean? That hip hop.
It was cool.
That hip hop is still fucking moving. You know what I mean? So I was glad to see it. What about yourself? What'd you take away from what you've seen so far?
I would have loved to go to that concert, even if it was just as a ticket, like with a ticket. I would have loved to see that concert.
A lot of our MCs were there though.
Yeah.
I saw pictures. Edo G Shout was there.
Oh no shit.
Master Ace was there. There was quite a few guys there. Because they wanted to be involved in that hip hop moment like that. You know what I mean?
Experience.
I think Craig G might have even been there.
Yep, I did see a photo of him. Man, it was good, man. Like what you're saying. The crowd, Ice Cube was on towards the end, so that's who I saw. I saw Busta Rhymes and Ice Cube, and they both performed in the dark.
Shout out to Bust, yeah.
Like they both performed at night. So when I first saw the footage, it was I think I forget who was on stage, but it wasn't as full. But it was also like 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck that day too.
So,
people were motivated to be there.
Motivated to maybe be up in the concession area where it's covered, or I'm not going yet. It's fucking hot outside. Do I want to see Havoc this bad? It might have been a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it was 100 degrees outside.
He ain't no joke for real.
You have to be a real fan.
And it's a lot. It's a lot to stand in a stadium. There's no shade when you're in the stands. It's not a dome. It's you know what I mean. So those people were
that shit could hurt some people. Speaking of Busta Rhymes is to be honored as a BMI icon at the 2022 BMI R&B and Hip Hop Awards. Busta Rhymes will be named as a BMI icon at the 2022 awards show. So, shout out to Busta, man. You know what I'm saying? As being one of the pioneers of hip hop. And
you think he's a pioneer? He's my favorite all time. You think he's a pioneer? I'm curious. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just curious.
Somewhat. I think even more so, because the way that he might have been one of the dudes too to go solo from a group and really snatch that stardom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Cuban.
He stepped out of that group, and because I was listening to him on some of his early stuff when he's by himself when he first left. I was like, man,
America's Most Wanted. Or Busta or Cube? Okay. Like The Coming? Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be fire. Because there was a lot of that stuff in the streets as far as underground, a lot of underground mixtape shit when I first started going to NY in the 90s. You know what I mean? So
he always had that energy.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was always,
I personally think
energy.
He's my favorite rapper of all time.
He's one of them.
I think if there was a right answer, if someone was like, there is a correct answer to this question, who's the best rapper of all time? I'd be like, Jay-Z. I feel like he's probably the best. He's not my favorite. He's not in my top 10. But I personally, if I have to be objective, I think it's Jay-Z. But my personal, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Busta.
You know what I mean? Like Busta Rhymes. But I want to go back to this Rock the Bells. So anyway, when Ice Cube comes out, tell me if you think this is fucked up. Ice Cube performs still to this day, 2022, still performs No Vaseline. After making up with everybody, he still performs that record. What do you think about that?
Maybe he feels like that's one of his biggest, and he has to do it, but it might not be as effective. But at the end of the day, when you go to a concert, man, these concerts, this shit is theater. You know what I'm saying? So it makes for more, it's 50-something-year-old dudes now too, spitting this. So and a lot of messes have been cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. So, I mean, I think it's just there. It's just performing, man.
Maybe that's why he wasn't on the Super Bowl, because Dr. Dre was like, "Hey, man, my man, you're still performing this fucking record?
Nah,
thought we were cool."
He wouldn't,
You know what I'm saying? I thought we were cool.
That. I think some people he's an artist. Don't mean he creates movies and stuff. And
yeah, but it's just weird though.
But he can't. It ain't like he.
You got enough records not to do that song. Like he does. I just like, you got enough records not to do that song. But I don't know. Kind of respectable that he does it.
It's something that at the time it was a big thing. It's part of his discography.
Is it the biggest diss record ever? Best diss record?
Well, to me,
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think because like Jay-Z was fine after Ether, Nas was fine after the Takeover. The No Vaseline dismantled the biggest rap group in hip hop.
That Ether shit, fuck you go around a lot of people and think that Nas smashed him with that Ether shit.
No, I think I think people do think Nas did it, but it didn't do anything to Jay-Z's career.
Let me tell you, no.
But I'm saying NWA was completely a joke when this guy dropped that record.
But listen, man, one thing about it though, if you think about it, when Nas was so dope with that I went to a show years ago in Worcester at the, I think Centrum or Palladium, whatever it was. He performed that.
Oh shit!
And that's when Ether was at its height.
Oh,
and he said right at this show, "Yo, I'm only doing this song one more time, and then I'm not performing it no more." You know what I mean? And as we speaking of all the songs he had, where he doesn't have to do, even though that song was on everything.
Had they made up by that point?
Maybe they did. I'm not really sure, but his take is what you're saying right now. He's like, I got mad songs. Like, at that point too, he's like, I don't have to do this. I mean, he knows the fire behind that.
Exactly.
Nas know that, like, he smashed with that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't only just even the rhyme; it was even the music. The music sounded like you were cutting down a fucking tree. If you go back and listen to that shit, man, that motherfucker just.
See, there's a Jay-Z record on the Blueprint that that wasn't the popular one, but I think he got Nas on it.
Yeah.
There's I'll play it after the podcast, but Ether is definitely more publicly considered the winner of the battle. But I'm saying, with that being said, all these people who say Ether, it didn't do anything to Jay-Z's career.
Nah,
it made him bigger.
I don't think
so that's why I mean No Vaseline is my personal opinion, the biggest diss record ever, because it dismantled the biggest thing going in rap. They're like, oh, you were the hardest thing. NWA, that's the shit. And those guys are fucking whack. Like that's I kind of feel like that. Yes, they all ended up coming out of it and solo ventures, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, really just them.
Right.
Like, MC Ren didn't really have no great career.
And I thought he would though.
Yeah.
He's like how leads the new school. I thought Charlie Brown from that group, they would have solo career because of they were main voices along with Busta.
It was Dinko, Charlie Brown.
Too, they was, but that Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
He was the character too, like Bus. So I was like thinking that, but then you see what happened.
What do you think? He got blackballed or something?
I don't know. Shit. I thought he would probably. That grew. I said, okay, Bus is popping, but that dude will too. You know what I'm saying? I thought Ren would too.
Yeah,
Ren has had that like we talked earlier about the regular talking and doing rhymes with Rex and stuff. All that whole, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. Rock the Bells, man.
Yeah, that was
popped off. Shout out to LL for putting something like that together. You know what I'm saying?